Good evening and welcome to the Frenzy here on WJCL 22 News. Alongside Preston Harvey, I'm Amy Zimmer. Our Dave Williams and Rick Snow will join us in just a few minutes. Week 11 of the high school football season. Area teams making the final push for region titles and playoff positioning.
That's right. While there's 1 week left of the regular season for most teams in the Peach State, tonight marked the final Friday night of the regular season for South Carolina squads.
Kicking off in the Palmetto State, the Buford Eagles with a chance to clinch a region title on their home field, taking on the Hanahan Hawks in SCHSL Region 8 AAA action. To the Nets we go. Eagles soaring into their regular season finale on a 7-game winning streak, determined to make it 8. First quarter, Buford in scoring position quick. Casey Fields takes the handoff, makes it look easy. 7-0 Eagles. Buford strikes right back. Quarterback Samari Bonds rolls right, connects with Jack Troutman, tiptoes the sideline. That's good for a first down. A few plays later, Bonds calls his own number. Check it out. Up the gut and into the end zone. Grabs a 14-0 lead for Buford. Eagles loving it and not letting up on the gas. How about this? Buford's Colton Ferris says, see ya. Dips and dodges his way. Oh no, he cannot be stopped. He's going to take it all the way to the house. Huge touchdown run makes it 21-0 home team. Buford goes on to win big, 49-14 the final.
In Skiza AAA, the Hilton Head Christian Academy Eagles wrapping up the regular season against rival Hilton Head Prep. However, the Dolphins still searching for the first win of the season. First drive of the game now, quarterback Wyatt Harmer looking for his receiver. Pass is picked off by Tucker Tievenpaw, coming up just 1 yard short of the goal line. Starting the game off with some defense. Next play for the Eagles, though, quarterback Dylan Clark hands off to Gavin Thompson to punch in the first score of the game. Field goal good, 7-0 Hilton Head Christian. Next drive for Hilton Head Prep, Harmer hands off to Will Alford, able to pick up a couple yards on the play before being tackled. Eagles drive now, Clark takes a snap, has time, launches a deep ball to receiver Wells Sharp, and Sharp does the rest, taking it into the end zone. Extra point no good, 13-0 Eagles. Hilton Head Christian goes on to win the rivalry game, the final, 27-0.
Hilton Head Christian having an impressive season. Back in Savannah, the Bethesda Academy Blazers colliding with the Buford Academy Eagles in an important Skiza Region 1 AA matchup.
That's right. Two evenly matched teams creating a showdown at Daffin Park.
And our Dave Williams was there and has the highlights.
Well, Preston, Amy, here at Floyd Morris Field in Daffin Park, there's plenty at stake as Buford Academy and Bethesda wrap up their regular season. A win by the Eagles would give them the outright region championship, while a victory by the Blazers, well, that could create a three-way tie and give them an opportunity at the region crown. But regardless of the outcome, both teams had already secured playoff spots. And it's Buford Academy starting out strong, already up 14-8. Quarterback Braden Deneen rolls out and finds Zeke Gonzalez, who takes it into the payoff pasture. And after the two-point conversion, the Eagles led 22-8. Bethesda, though, was trying to answer right back and were driving down the field, but they fumble, and Buford Academy recovers. And they would take advantage of it as they drove downfield, and Braden Deneen would hit Trip Gregory in the end zone for the touchdown, and it's 29-8 Buford Academy. Bethesda, though, does try to keep it close on their opening possession of the second half. Noah Jenkins would cap it off with a short touchdown run and just demolishes the defender in the process. The two-pointer made it 29-16, but the comeback falls short as Buford Academy hangs on for the 35-30 win. In Savannah, Dave Williams, WJCL 22 News.
On Wilmington Island, St. Andrews and Bullock Academy colliding. Both teams still in the hunt for their first region win in GIAA AAA District 2. First quarter, Gators were feeding this man, senior Bryson Scott. Lions Justin Kreider catching on, gets the big stop. Very next Bullock Academy play, don't blink, it's Kreider landing on top of the ball for the turnover. However, St. Andrews not able to turn into a score. Bullock Academy back to work. Quarterback Ben Aaron to Scott, pushes his way through traffic, talking 6'1", 225 pounds. Big first down. Gators finish the drive with Reed Clifton taking the handoff, breaks left. How about this? The big stretch for the touchdown. 7-0 Gators. Lions respond with under a minute left in the first. Quarterback Zayden Edwards to his brother Zaire Edwards. Look at the speed. Taken down inside the red zone. Sets up this touchdown to start the second quarter. It's the Edwards duo again with the finishing touches as Zaire steps into the end zone, knots the game up at 7. This one, a close one. St. Andrews finishes on top, 30-26, the final.
Over to Garden City Stadium for a tilted Region 3 AAA matchup. 1-7 Groves hosting 7-1 Savannah Christian. And the Raiders waste no time in getting their offense going. Zoe Smalls takes the handoff, picking up big yardage inside the Groves 25. That would eventually lead to a touchdown. Then the Raiders defense gets going to work. They get big pressure on the quarterback and he throws it up, and Jaden Heister intercepts for Savannah Christian. And they will finish that off with Zoe Smalls. A touchdown run right up the middle. Extra point no good. 13-0 Savannah Christian. And they will go on to cruise to a 48-8 win.
Staying in Region 3 AAA, the Long County Blue Tide visiting Calvary Day Cavaliers, looking to put a bow on a perfect season. Calvary leading 28-0 in the third quarter, and the defense continues to dominate. Camryn Langan knocks down a pass. And on the next play, Jordan Davis does the same thing just as the ball leaves quarterback Zion Irvin's hand to force Long County to punt. Then Jake Merklinger goes to work. The quarterback finding Caden Arnold open over the middle. 15 yards for a first down for the Cavaliers. Then Merklinger looks to the end zone. Look who he finds. Tight end Michael Smith makes the leaping catch over the defender. Touchdown makes it 35-0 Calvary. They remain undefeated with a 48-0 shutout to clinch the regular season championship in Region 3 AAA. All right, coming up, we are taking you to the Carolina Clash Game of the Week.
And still a handful of big matchups to get to across Southeast Georgia.
All that and more still to come here on the Frenzy. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Frenzy here on WJCL 22. Time to get right out to our Carolina Clash Game of the Week, a good one in Region 7 4A action.
That's right, the May River Sharks hosting the Hilton Head Island Seahawks to close out the regular season.
Preston, you are on the sidelines for this one, so go ahead, take us to the Shark Take.
Let's do it. It's pink out for senior night as the Sharks look to finish the season strong, hosting the Seahawks. Third quarter action, Seahawks trailing 15-0. Quarterback Owen Baines drops back under pressure, throwing on the run. Pass is picked off by linebacker Thomas Rush. Taking this one in for the pick six. Extra point good. Sharks grab a 22-0 lead. Next drive now, Seahawks look to get going. Jackson Bibby in at quarterback, hands off to running back Troy Timko, picking up yards on the ground, enough for a first down. Seahawks unable to score on the drive. May River with possession now. Quarterback Tanner Macy drops back, airing this one out wide open to Gage Duncan, a 57-yard touchdown. Sharks go up by 29. May River would go on to win this rivalry game, the final 29-3.
Back in Savannah, a game with major playoff implications went down on the south side.
Oh yeah, Savannah Country Day celebrating senior night while trying to upset Johnson.
And our Rick Snow has the recap.
Amy, Preston, the playoffs are just around the corner. Tonight's game at Saunders Field, the Country Day Hornets, they won't be a part of the postseason. But the game against Johnson could be like a playoff game for the Hornets, as an upset win would hurt the Atom Smashers' chances at the postseason. It was senior night at Country Day, but the Hornets had just 2 seniors to celebrate before the game. Johnson was unable to move the ball after the opening kickoff, and the snap to punter David Malin-Petty was over his head, and he was tackled in the end zone for a safety by Dupa Coleman, and it was 2-0. With quarterback Malachi Bacon sidelined with a broken wrist for Johnson, the Hornet defense was all over the Atom Smashers. After the punt, Coleman gets the pitch on a sweep and turns the corner and races 70 yards to score, and the Hornets, who were smelling upset, was 9-0. In the second quarter, Cash Ramirez adds a 30-yard field goal, and Country Day held a 12-0 lead. Late in the half, Michael Grandy rushes up the middle for 8 yards and a touchdown to make it 19-0 Hornets, and Country Day pulls off the upset 29-6 to hurt Johnson's hopes for going to the postseason for a third straight year. Rick Snow, WJCL 22 News.
Over at Island Stadium, Sharks hosting reigning state champs Benedictine. The Cadets marching undefeated in Region 3 Quad A action. Islands looking for the upset. First half looked like there was a chance for Islands. Sharks Sharon McGirt putting the pressure on Cadets quarterback Luke Kromenhoff. A few plays later, McGirt gets the big quarterback sack. And oh yeah, Islands fired up. Cadets defense responds from the handoff. Islands Jaden Sutton pushed out of bounds. Look at this. Cadets Cole Seaman waves goodbye. It was still 14-3 at the half. Third quarter, Cadets say enough is enough. Kromenhoff to Ack Edwards for the big first down. Cadets quickly capitalize. Kromenhoff in the pocket, remains calm as always, searching for an option, and look who he finds. It's Zaquan Bryant waiting in the end zone for the touchdown. Benedictine pours it on in the second half. They go on to win 49-3. BC captures its 8th region championship in the last 10 years.
And over now, the Bobcat Marching Band heading to the state finals for the second year in a row as Bluffton hosts Colleton County in Region 7 Quad A action. First quarter, Bluffton receiver Jalen Linder catching a deep pass, juking 2 defenders to find the end zone. First score of the game, 2-point conversion is good. Bobcats grab a quick 8-0 lead. Cougars drive now. Quarterback McKeon Nat takes the snap, looking downfield, connects the receiver Sean Winfield for the big gain, coming up just 10 yards short of the touchdown. But that sets this up. Nat fakes the handoff, using his legs to put his team on the board. Touchdown Colleton. Extra point no good. They trail 11-6. Bluffton goes on to win the game, the final 52-22.
How about some Thursday night lights? Battle of the Yellow Jackets, Wayne County hosting Southeast Bullock. Wayne County looking to wrap up a playoff spot with a win, and they would open scoring. Quarterback Andy Peel hits Terrion Graves for the touchdown. 7-0 Wayne County. Southeast Bullock defense steps up, gets a big play. Jontavius Scott with the fumble recovery. Moving ahead, less than 10 seconds to go in the half. Check this out. Peel puts this one up in the air, a beauty. Jaquez Vale does a great job hauling it in. Wayne County grabs a 14-0 lead. Southeast Bullock able to come back in the third. Quarterback Gage DeGiovanni hits Colin Smith. That's a 73-yard touchdown pass. However, wasn't enough. Wayne County finishes on top in this one, 35-7, the final. All right, looking ahead, a fun Saturday on the college football gridiron. Buckle up. Down in Jacksonville, the world's largest outdoor cocktail party. Talking Georgia, Florida. Kickoff set for 3:30 p.m. I'll, of course, be there to bring you all the action from the big rivalry game Saturday night at 11 right here on WJCL. Then, of course, Georgia Southern on a bye, and then Preston, Savannah State Tigers on the road.
Yeah, they are on the road. You know, they're looking to rebound after a loss at home, but I think they'll do it against Fort Valley this week.
All right.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
we'll be bringing all the action Saturday night. That's going to wrap up week 11 of the high school football season. Thanks so much for joining us for the Frenzy. For Preston Harvey, Dave Williams, Rick Snow, and the rest of the sports crew who's out in the field, I'm Amy Zimmer. We'll see you next Friday under the lights.